Hello everyone, my name is Jaapie van Deventer and I am from South Africa, born and raised. But for the last 17 years I've been living in the Netherlands. But at the moment I'm in the Seychelles. Blue skies, palm trees, spectacular beaches behind us. One of my favorite things to do is to travel, and I like photography. And one thing I'm proud of is some of my travel photos have been featured worldwide on CNN. And how I got to Marel, Lindsay found me online via LinkedIn.
Well folks, these are your ladies in Gainesville, Georgia.
I'm here today with Taylor Copwell. We're just getting to know one another. I've got a couple questions. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you live now?
Well, Kate, I'm actually from South Florida, a little place called Coral Springs. I grew up in Beaufort, Georgia. We moved up to Georgia when I was about 11 years old. Been here ever since, and I love it, baby.
Can you name something about you that people would be surprised to know?
I've actually been hit by a car, not once, not twice, but 3 times. You believe that? I'm still walking.
Still walking. What would you say is your favorite game or hobby?
You know, I just love going to Topgolf. I have a killer golf swing. I can just hit dingers all night long, so I love Topgolf. That'd be probably one of my favorites.
Well, there you go, folks. That was Taylor Copwell. Get to know her, get to love her. Hey y'all, I'm here today with my friend Stephanie James. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you live now?
I was born in New York. New York City. I'm a city girl.
City girl. So, okay. And obviously now you live in Georgia, and I see you're a big fan of a few words.
Big fan. My Falcons.
Woo! Yes! Tell me, what is your favorite game or sport or hobby and what you like to do on your time off?
I do not follow the sports at all. I know the Falcons. I like the color, matches my shirt. However, I love to crochet. Would you believe that? Just like a little old lady.
All right, well, tell me something else.
I do love to sing in the shower.
Oh.
Yes, I'm pretty good, just like Whitney Houston.
I know that's something people don't know about you, but what else might they not know about
I was just hot-tempered and feisty, you know, very feisty. It took me many years to calm down.
That is totally intriguing, and remind me never to piss you off.
Don't piss off a Yankee.
Well, thanks for joining us, folks, and getting to know Stephanie James just a little bit. We love her.
How's everyone doing? I'm here with Kate McCullough, and we're going to get to know her. How you doing, Kate?
Hello, Taylor. I'm good.
Good. Well, we're going to get to know you. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Tell me where you were born.
Well, I was actually born in Buffalo, New York, but I've grown up all around the country. I've lived in Illinois, I've lived in New Jersey, I have lived in Kentucky, and I have lived in North Carolina, and now I'm in Georgia, and I've been in Georgia a couple different times. It's the second longest state I've ever lived in.
Tell me, what is your favorite game or sport to play?
I like to play games, but I really love seasonally Georgia football, baby.
Now I want you to name something about you or something you've done that people would be surprised to know. Come on.
I actually have been thrown out of Canada twice.
Now tell me what your proudest accomplishment is so far.
I have been a fabulous auntie to my nephews and my niece. Their second mama, if you will.
Well, Kate, I appreciate you talking to us today. Gotta love her.
Girls from Latin America, TA team. Today we want to talk to you about ourselves, okay? So you can get to know us. So let's start with Juliana. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you live now?
I was born in São Paulo and I grew up in São Paulo, and now I'm living in Campinas to attend Marel, and I have the opportunity to know my partner Diane.
What do you like to do in your free time? What's your hobby?
In general, I like to do many things, but nowadays I used to draw. Things like that.
Name something about you or something you've done that people would be surprised to know.
I like to practice yoga, so I know how to do some interesting positions.
What's your proudest accomplishment so far?
I'm proud to work with diversity and inclusion, bring more opportunity for Black girls like me to develop myself and give the possibilities for other women.
And how did you come to Marel?
Definitely find me on LinkedIn. After that, I saw Mickey, Paul for sure, that I learned all the time, thinking in a calm way. So I would like to know more about you. Where are you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you live now?
That's easy. I was born, I grew up, and I still live in Campinas. I've been here for my whole life. I love the city.
What's your favorite hobby?
I have some hobbies, but one thing that I like the most is to play board games. I have a collection of them.
Name something about you or something you've done that people would be surprised to know.
Well, I don't know if that's a big deal, but I sing. So I have a channel of me singing some of the videos with my husband. He plays the guitar. And I also have another channel talking about funny videos. Surprise, surprise, I like to record videos, so that's it for me.
How did you come to Marel?
I came to Marel through Stephanie as well. She found me on LinkedIn, and for the first time that I talked to her, I loved her. She's amazing. And then after that, I have a number of interviews with Mickey, Yap, and Paul. They are all so great. That's all. Bye-bye. Nice talking to you. We are here today to get to know a little bit better about Katrina.
Hi everyone, my name is Katrina. I'm originally from China. Right now I'm living in Copenhagen, Denmark, and I grew up in a small city in the north of China. And after I graduated from college in the first time in China, I moved to Shanghai. I worked for a couple of years and then I moved to Denmark for education. And after my education, I found this job at Marel.
What do you like to do on your free time?
Oh, I'm a huge sports fan. I used to watch NBA games all the time. I recently started to watch tennis game. I love it so much.
Name something about you or something you've done that people would be surprised to know.
I'm married to a Romanian guy. I'm Chinese, he's a Romanian, so most people will be very surprised to hear that. How is that even possible?
What's your proudest accomplishment so far?
I actually had a good job and I had my parents' support in China. Regardless, I came to Denmark, to a European country, just by myself. I have made it so far. That's pretty amazing.
And how did you come to Marel?
I was job hunting, so I've been hunting people online. My future employer, one of them I hunted is Yap. So I messaged him and he was so nice. He replied me saying, okay, I'm not sure if we have job opportunity, but let's have a meeting first.
Bye
Thank you,
Today
guys.
I am sitting with Kasia, and Kasia is all the way from Poland. But Kasia, before I start with the questions, first let me ask you, do you like dogs?
Yes, I think it's like everybody knows about, right? In the team probably already. So yes.
Kasia
Yeah.
is a dog person. So Kasia, where were you born and where did you grow up and where do you live now?
I was born in Poland, in Silesia, and I also grew up here. And now I live in Poland, in Katowice, and also in Germany, in Görlitz.
What is your favorite sport?
My husband, Lucas, he is very into Manchester United, so I don't have so much choice. So I needed just to like Manchester. Well, what I personally like to do is swimming.
Name something about you or something you've done that people would be surprised to know.
I'm a person who just loves to plan everything, really, like structure everything.
What is your proudest accomplishment so far?
I'm supporting my business from my parents.
Last question for today.
Yes.
How did you come to Marel?
My dear colleague Martin, he called me. He mentioned that at Marel it's a great TA team, the great people, the great manager, Lindsay, and you just need to be here, Kasia.
Thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
So
Bye-bye.
guys, today I'm sitting down with Bodewijn, and Bodewijn is a man with a quarter of a century of experience in talent acquisition. That's 25 years.
Oh my God! Wow!
That's a lot of experience. But Bodewijn, tell me, where were you born and where did you grow up and where do you live now?
I was actually born in the Netherlands in the west, in a small city called Voorschoten, and today I live in Eindhoven.
Do you have a favorite sport or game that you like to watch or to play?
I'm not really into sports. Actually, when the Dutch soccer team was in the final, I think it was the World Championship in South Africa, I was walking my dog. So I'm more into cooking. If you put a lot of attention in it and a lot of love, you taste it.
I would like to know something about you that would surprise someone on the team.
When choosing for my education, I had to choose between technical education, which I did, or the conservatory. I was really into music and piano playing.
So how did you end up at Marel?
I knew some people in Marel. When I was looking for another job as a recruiter, I reached out to them. Here we are.
What is your proudest accomplishment so far?
Doing good work for the customers is really a proud moment for me.
Well, that were all the questions for today. Thank you very much. We are sitting with Martin from Germany. Guten Morgen, Martin.
Guten Morgen, ja.
Wie geht's?
Sehr gut, danke schön.
Where were you born and where did you grow up and where do you live now?
Born in a little city close to the former frontier, to the DDR, we called it, Eastern Germany. And I grew up in the middle of Germany and I live now in the northern part of Bavaria.
Aha, famous for the beer.
That's right, yeah, I like it.
And what is your favorite sport or game to play?
Yeah, darts is my favorite sport and game. It's good to focus after a working day. It's a mental sport. Yeah, I like it a lot and I always following the championship.
How did you come to Marel?
An agency asked me to help at Thrive, former acquisition from Marel. So I agreed and said, okay, I will have a look. And then I met Lindsay. She convinced me to help and start with Thrive.
Perfect. So today, guys, I'm sitting with Martin, our resident IT guru. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you live now?
I was born in Utrecht, middle of the center of the Netherlands. Lived most of my days in Nuenen. That's a small village near Eindhoven in the south. And I'm living in Brandenvoort at the moment.
I know for a fact that you are big into hockey. So is that your favorite sport? And do you like watching other sports?
Yeah, I like watching every sport, almost every sport, but yeah, indeed, field hockey has my preference. That's what I've been doing all my life, and also giving training and coaching teams. Yeah, I have to agree that that's my favorite sport.
Name something about you or something you've done that people would find interesting to know.
I've been bungee jumping from around 100 meters. I've been on a survival course in the Alps for 3 weeks.
How did you get to Marel?
Yeah, that was just through two ways. One way I knew Marel already because of my former employee, also the old former employee of Jaap. Joined Marel October last year through a message with Michiel Baas, because he was looking for an IT recruiter on LinkedIn. Within a week, Lindsay got me on board.
Which languages do you speak?
I speak Dutch, English, a bit of German, French. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Martin. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Get this over today. We're going to get a chance to know her a little better. Hi, Adela.
Hi, Kate.
First question I have for you. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you live now?
Well, I was born in Czechoslovakia, former Czechoslovakia. Now it's the Czech Republic, in the northeastern part, in the city which is called Ostrava. I moved 14 years ago to the Netherlands, and I live now in the south of the Netherlands, in the village Berkel en Schot, close to city Tilburg.
Tell us something about you or something you've done that people would be surprised to know.
And most of the people would not expect me that I would ever get a diver's license, open body waters. But I really love to watch the sea and the animals there. So I had to really overcome this fear, which has been really an issue for me for quite a long time. So I'm very proud of that.
What is your other proudest accomplishment you've had so far?
I'm proud mom of my son, 7.5, so I'm very proud of having him, watching him growing up.
We do appreciate you taking a few minutes today to let us get to know you better on the talent acquisition.
Good morning, guys. Today I'm sitting down with Lindsay, and Lindsay is the best female leader on the planet and our resident jet setter, every week in a different location. From the Netherlands to the UK to Ghana to Denmark to Slovakia. But Lindsay, first tell me, where were you born and where did you grow up and where do you live now?
I was born on a day trip. My parents went to Leicester, which is nice and embarrassing for me. So I was born in the United Kingdom. I spent the first 3 years of my life in the UK across multiple locations and ended up in the Netherlands and have lived here ever since.
What is your favorite game to watch or play?
I think I'm forced into football, and technically speaking I should be a Manchester United fan, but unfortunately I'm a Tottenham fan and have been for a very long time, so it causes quite some rife in our house. I was a big swimmer when I was at school, and I do really enjoy watching swimming and running, so yeah, a bit of a combination there.
Would you like to name something about you that people would be surprised to know?
I'm actually a relatively shy person. Probably most people wouldn't believe that.
Please. what is your proudest accomplishment so far?
Being able to quite easily relocate on short notice. I did it on my own,
Yeah.
something Michael and I did together. I moved to the Netherlands on my own.
How did you come to Marel?
I stalked Paul Green, literally stalked Paul Green. I told him he would be stupid if he didn't take him, but here I am.
Good morning, guys. Today I'm sitting down with Craig, and Craig is our man on the ground in the UK. Tell me, where were you born and where did you grow up and where do you live now?
I was born in London. I grew up in a place called Beckton, which is probably about 10 minutes from West Ham Stadium. Moved to Colchester when I was 12 or 13, and I've been in Colchester ever since.
What is your favourite sport to play or watch?
Definitely football. My favourite team is Man United. However, my second favourite sport to play is table tennis.
So, can you name something you've done that people would be surprised to know?
Probably the biggest one I always mention is that I've DJed for Snoop Dogg.
And what is your proudest accomplishment so far?
Yeah, my kids, 100%. Nothing closer than that. The fact that we've kept two alive this long without murdering them in Ibiza, that's an accomplishment in itself.
And how did you come to Marel?
Well, I was recommended, funny enough, by my mother. Lindsay was looking for someone in the UK to do recruitment. I was hired.
Perfect. Greg, let me stop my call.
Hello guys, we are here today to get to know a little bit better about Jaap Karim. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you live now?
I am born in Deurne, which is in the Netherlands. I have also grown up there. I studied in Breda, which is the biggest city in the Netherlands. And I'm now living in Veghel.
What's your hobby?
Field hockey. I don't play competition, just for fun, and I like that. And beside of that, I am the trainer coach of my youngest daughter football team.
Name something about you or something you've done that people would be surprised to know.
What I've done is I traveled the world when I was graduated from my bachelor degree. I went all around Australia, all around New Zealand, all around Southeast Asia for a whole year.
What's your proudest accomplishment so far?
I am most proud of being a father. It was my dream. I have two daughters. I'm very proud that they are really well socially, and also on school they do really well. That's by far my proudest achievement.
Then how did you come to Marel?
I have started through an agency company. So I started in August 2019, and after 1.5 years, Paul Green offered me a job to work directly at Marel, and I have never regretted it. And I'm very happy that I'm here now. Bye bye, people.
Bye bye.